Okay, wait. Before you do what I think you're going to do, which is dislike this video, just hear me out for a minute, okay? If you're watching this video, it is going to be on Market J Subscriber Tuesday, okay? Now, if you're like me, you're a fan, you're a sub, you follow, you do all these things, and you really, really enjoy his videos, and you really, really like the way he plays. So the reason why I don't want you to dislike this video on his channel is because it's a reflection on his channel. I know it's a very, very minuscule amount to the amount of thumbs up and dislikes he gets, but I just don't want a video of mine to be on his channel and then get thumbs down or disliked for him. So if you really, really dislike this video, or just dislike Subscriber Tuesdays in general enough to go out of your way to thumbs down or dislike something, I urge you to not do this, please. If you really, really do not like this video still after you've watched at least half of it, please go to my channel, go to any video you have of mine, we'll go to the video I have, and thumbs it down. So dislike it and leave any comment, any nasty comment that you want. I just don't want something, you know, a video that I made to have any type of negative connotation towards Mark J's channel. So with that being said, I will go ahead and kind of start my commentary now. Hi guys, my name is Justin. I'm just going to pretend that none of you guys know me because I'm pretty sure that none of you guys do know me. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary for my first YouTube video, my Call of Duty video or commentary. I've done other games, but mostly it's Call of Duty. So none of you guys probably know me because my subscriber base is so small. I'm just going to talk about kind of what I do on my channel and how I play. So I'll go into that right now. Okay, typically I do rushing type gameplays. I mean, 99% of the time I do rushing style gameplays. And I know you can either talk about tips or you can talk about topics. Now, in this video, I will give a few tips, but by the time you see this video, the game's probably going to be old. So that's going to be kind of, you know, you could still utilize them, but the only reason I'm doing that is because I would talk about a topic or a personal subject, but since most of you guys don't know me, that's not going to be very beneficial to either of us, because kind of those things when you do the topics, it's just kind of one of those topics where you kind of interact with your subs, okay? So since most of you guys aren't my subs, you know, you can hear my opinion on something and be like, who the hell is this guy? So I'm going to talk about tips and kind of myself a little bit because you guys do not know me. But I wanted to talk about the playstyle that I do. So the rushing type playstyle that I have, 99% of the time I will be using an SMG or shotgun and running around. I will use an assault rifle, but no matter what weapon I use, I'm not patient enough to actually do anything tactical or have any strategy. I do have some sort of strategy, but most of the stuff I do is just going to be up in your face, just killing, trying to get the high score and everything. Okay, so there are times when even in this game I probably could have got a higher score, but you can see my aggression just, it gets the best of me. So if you like watching that type of gameplay, just enjoy the gameplay. I will talk a little bit about the tips, especially for the MP7. The MP7, in my opinion, is the second best gun in this game. So if you guys know by now, well, it'll probably be nerfed a lot by the time you see this video. The Type 95 with rapid fire is by far the best gun in this game. So there isn't an argument over that. It's just agreed upon. Okay, I mean, I've read some forums and some, you know, posts that people say that, oh, well, people over exaggerate it. No, when I have that gun, or when you have that gun, especially with rapid fire, you know that that gun is almost impossible to counter. Okay, even if you're a good player, even if you got good aim. So the Type 95 is clearly the best gun in the game. The MP7, however, I really do enjoy this gun a lot. It is probably the second best gun. I think it's the second best gun in the game. I think it's the best submachine gun. You know, there's an honorable mention for the P90X. Well, it's not the P90X. That's the Tony Warden thing. The P90 is the RoboCop looking gun with the long magazine. So that could be second. Also, what could be second is the double P90 with the PP90 M1 and the P90. To differentiate between those two, I will call the P90 the P90X and the double P90 M1 the Paul Pierce, because that's the way I differentiate that between when I'm talking to my brother, because it has two P's in it. Okay, a few tips. The Reaper and AC-130, this was a horrible map for it, so do not use those two kill streaks in there. If you are going to make a class, it's always a good idea to have a class. My class is called Inside Voice, because it's any kill streak that I use indoors, so it's probably going to be a submachine gun, either silenced or just very aggressive, and all the kill streaks are going to be like indoor kill streaks, like a UAV, IMS, or anything like that, because on this map right here, you can see that the Reaper's having a hard time hitting them, and the AC-130 also has a hard time hitting them as well. And the only time I've ever had a good AC-130 on the Resistance is when they're spawning C, and they just keep spawning right there. So I don't recommend using any aerial or air support kill streaks, because this video, they can just hide very easily. So another tip is that on the AC-130, you can see where it says X, it says toggle FLIR. the, I think it's like the FLIR imaging. So you can go back to the old AC-130 without the color, which makes it a lot easier to shoot. So remember, there are 3 guns on there. I have seen videos or even watched my brother play where he uses just the main cannon the whole time. So make sure to switch guns by using the Y, and the guy will yell out when the main cannon is ready to fire. Other tips concerning the MP7, you know, there are some techniques where I talked about this in another video. It's kind of like a spray where you pop shot. So if you go wide on a spray with steady aim, especially on the MP7, if you go wide and then kind of zoom in, it makes aiming a little bit easier. So you can control your aim speed with that too. I do it a lot in this video, so if you really need good examples of this, just go back and, you know, double check or rewind and double check the video. But I'm back to my MP7 class, and I think I'll probably show you some good sprays up here. So another thing about resistance is that I don't know if they'll patch this by then, but the trap for this is going to be you cap A and C and then you trap at B. Now, if you're not into spawn camping, or spawn trapping, which I know that's like, you know, morally against the Call of Duty ethics code, but if that's you, then you don't need to worry about that. I just want you guys to know that because I was trapped at B. So right there, I get killed at it by the AC-130, and I wanted to talk about my Assassin Blind Eye class. So everybody has an anti-air class. You just should with the Stinger as your secondary. But normally in Call of Duties, I always had one class reserved for anti-air, and it was very, very defensive. So I switched back to my SMG class right there. And I just wanted to give you guys advice because I don't think anybody should have to waste a class, which was kind of the deal, you know, in the old Call of Duties. Like in Modern Warfare 2, if you had Cold-Blooded, you obviously didn't have stopping power, so that class was kind of useless. I know it's not, and you don't have a secondary, so you're basically handicapped in one gun. So on my anti-air class, I do want to be aggressive, which is what I'm doing right here. So instead of using kill streaks, I just use the specialist kill streaks because that way you're able to build up offensive perks to get the super soldier perk, you know, when you kill like 7 people in a row and then you get all the perks. And so I just didn't want to have that wasted class. So right here, whenever I switch to an anti-air class, I always switch back to whatever main class I'm going to be using. And you know, if I die, it's not a big deal. I'm going to go to my main class already. But if I do end up getting a kill streak, this class essentially turns into a very, very strong class, and you can use that to dominate as well. So in this video right now, I didn't plan on, you know, getting a 10 kill streak or anything like that. I just used my anti-air class, and that's a suggestion that I would have for you guys, that you can take that normally, you know, your first class with anti-air, that weak class, and make that into a positive class, an offensive class, and make that more stronger. So there's the specialist bonus right there. I think I use scavenger, hardline, and quick draw. So I think the only thing that I changed out is I use sleight of hand. That's probably the only thing that I would switch out, maybe at 5 or so. So on your anti-air class, that's a good setup. The ACR silenced already by itself is a very, very strong gun, so I'd recommend using that. But I will show you, when I die, I'll go back and switch back to the MP7 and show you how to do the spray technique that I was talking about. And also on Bouncing Betties, I didn't know that if you run over it and it goes off with that sound, if you hit the deck really fast, it won't affect you at all. So I always look for Bouncing Betties and then try to just make them blow up on purpose. The only problem is that sometimes it blows up the teammates behind me, so I try to only do that when there's nobody around me. So right here, I see that guy and look away, and then he gets me. So back to the MP7 class. Pros about this gun is that it does fire fast. The 40-round magazine is very, very good. So if you get extended magazines, you should know by now that it's kind of like the bonus from Black Ops, where if you get an extended magazine, you do get 50% of the starting ammunition bonus. So I think for assault rifles, it goes 30, 60... Yeah, 30, 60, 60, meaning you have a 30-round magazine, 30-round magazine, and a 30-round magazine. But if you use an extended magazine, you go 45 and 90. So you go 45, 45, and 45. So you get 45 extra bullets. So that's a benefit for that. You don't get the fast reload like Black Ops, but you do get the extended magazine on extended mag. So it is a very, very valuable attachment. The only problem is it's unlocked very, very late. So MP7, also the fire rate is really fast, so you rarely need rapid fire, and the recoil is awesome. So if you have the recoil profile picture, which probably will be up by then, it only goes to the top left and comes down. So it's a very, very small recoil profile. So with the predictable recoil, it's kind of like the opposite of what the FAMAS was in Black Ops, if that makes any sense. There's that spray technique I was telling you about, where you zoom in and you kind of go back out. So zoom in, come back out, and so on. So the recoil profile is very, very narrow, so it's going to be very, very beneficial on that. I just think it's a very awesome gun. It's almost like a really long submachine gun. There's the spraying gun. A really long submachine gun and a really short assault rifle. So that's kind of my playstyle. That suits my playstyle very well. Coming up here, I kind of slowed down, and I want to show you guys. I'm defending or doing offense on A, and I get on the kill feed it says MP7 headshot MP7, and it says triple kill. Now in the top right it says get a 2 kill streak airborne. Get a 2 kill streak with bullets while in midair. I wasn't even jumping. I don't know how that happens. But it also says coming up right here all pro, which says headshots 2+ enemies with 1 bullet. But I already read the kill feed off to you guys. They didn't say a double headshot, so I don't know how I got that. But anyway, the game is wrapping up, so if you did like this video, please go check out my channel. And once again, if you disliked it, go to my channel and dislike it. So final score was 49 kills, 4 deaths, 49 kills, 4 assists, 8 deaths, and the score was 3790. So other than that, thank you for watching. My name is Justin. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.